Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to the true and living power, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the true name of His only begotten Son, and there is no God beside them. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who definitely rule well, who've taught us the 100% truth of the scriptures, and honors citations to the elect Akim, doing these works in season, out of season, week in, week out, in sincerity and 100% truth of the scriptures. And Lord willing, this lesson be edifying. So I'm just reading, and I thought I should do a lesson on this. I want to entitle it Isaiah 33 and 18, state of mind. So before I get into that real quick, let me get this. It says, thine heart shall meditate terror. Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counted the towers? Right, so the point being, our heart, meaning our mind, should meditate terror. Because when you think of the word terror, a word that's equated with that is terrible, and terrible times are coming. So this should be our mindset. Now let me get this as well, and then I'm going to get back into this little story. Rule over your spirit. I gotta put out this disclaimer, because if you do anything physical to anybody, you're on your own. You're an idiot, you're bugged out, you have problems, and you're on your own, and you take all the blame. Not any other Hebrew Israelite camp or group, but you yourself. But nonetheless, we still have to have this state of mind, which there's nothing wrong with that. You have doomsday preppers. They meditate terror. They meditate, oh, there's not going to be no food in the stores. There's going to be chaos out here. It's going to be bloodshed out here. So let me get this bug out bag. Let me get this food that doesn't expire. They meditate terror. So don't come and point a finger at us and say, oh, look at them. They're E words. ECW is, ECW is, okay? So don't come pointing a finger at us. So, real quick disclaimer, Proverbs 25 and 28. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. So, control your spirit, rule your spirit. Alright, with that being said, Isaiah 33 and 18, state of mind. So, let's get into our king, King David. King David was a gruesome man, yo. King David was a gruesome... he was a gruesome dude, alright? As they say in today's speech. He was a gruesome dude. And that's a manly... he was a manly guy. He was a man of war. And remember, with all that he's done, he's still a man after the Lord's heart. So what does that tell you about the Lord? Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, the Most High. It shows you that there's nothing wrong with that. With having that state of mind. The Lord himself is a man of war. So 2 Samuel 4, and I'll start at 8 to save time. And they brought the head of Ishbosheth. Now Ishbosheth was the king, kind of like the first king of Israel. I mean, after Saul, because you had Abner, which was the captain of Saul's armies. He took Ishbosheth and made him like a king over Israel. Even knowing that King David was anointed from Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai to become the king, he still rebelled and made Ishbosheth like the king after Saul of Israel. While King David was king over just Judah. So anyhow, that's who Ishbosheth was. And they brought the head of Ishbosheth unto David. Now these are two wicked ninjas, Rechab and Baanah, which was captains of the house of Saul's raiding parties. So they held major rank. And when Abner got which I'm gonna apply this all into today's day and age, but it's good to know our history. This is our history, man. If you got a problem with that, or you like vocab Malone, if you got a problem with that, off yourself. Just off yourself. So anyhow, this is our history. King David was no damn small hat. Anyhow, it says. So yeah, these two wicked ninjas, when Abner died, and then they saw, oh, snap, we better get on King David's good side. They thought that to cut this guy's head off and bring it to King David, that they're doing him a favor. But I'll read into it. It says, just to catch up, and they brought the head of Ishbosheth unto David to Hebron, and said to the king, behold, the head of Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, thine enemy. And double honors, to the apostles. I'm thinking of Apostle Gabar, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, who taught us to imagine these scriptures tremendously. We even got to pray to imagine these scriptures tremendously and to understand the scriptures tremendously. I immediately think of and it's good to watch movies like Game of Thrones, those ancient type of vibes, so we can kind of see how it was. Because I just think of these two idiots carrying a head in a bag, asking to speak to the king. We have an urgent message for the king. They let him in. They open up these doors, to where King David is. Or another good show is was that Marco Polo on Netflix. And the king sitting on his throne. They open up these doors. They come into the hall, right? And it says, behold, the head of Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, thy enemy. They probably on their knees, presenting it. Just my imagination, It says, which sought thy life, and Yahweh, alright, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, today's day and age, hath avenged my Lord, the king, this day of Saul, and of his seed. And David answered Rechab and Baanah his brother, the sons of Remnon, the Beertharite, and said unto them, as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai liveth, who hath redeemed my soul out of all adversity. He probably got up from his seat. Like I said, just my imagination, to get better understanding and more enjoyment, of our history. He probably probably got up out of his seat. He was probably pissed. It says, when one told me, saying, behold, Saul is dead, thinking to have brought good tidings, I took hold of him and slew him in Ziklag, who thought that I would have given him a reward for his tidings. And they got that saying, at this point, he knew he fucked up. They got them videos on YouTube, man. At this moment, he knew he fucked up. Verse 11. But for real though, it says, I took hold of him and slew him in Ziklag, who thought that I would have given him reward for his tidings. How much more, when wicked men have slain a righteous person in his own house upon his bed? Shall I not therefore now require his blood of your hand, and take you away from the earth? And David commanded his young men, and they slew him, and cut off their hands and their feet, and hanged them up over the pool in Hebron. But they took the head of Ishbosheth and buried it in the sepulchre of Abner in Hebron. See that, man? So that's gruesomeness. That's straight gruesomeness, man. King David meditated. He had that meditating terror type of mindset. He was getting down, man. Now, let me get that's in Amos, because as us brothers know, of course, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shemashai, through the Apostle and Elders of Great Millstone, who are the leaders, we're the house of David. So, you know, King David had that type of mindset and that power to execute and do that. We gotta have that type of gruesome mindset, man. Especially in these times that we coming in. And I already put out the disclaimer in the beginning of the lesson that we're not gonna do nothing physical. But when all hell break loose, all bets are off. During SHTF, all bets are off. Period. And we already equipped with that Isaiah 33:18 mindset. We're the house of David, so we gotta have the same mindset. King David, what he was, Saul slayed his thousands, King David slayed his 10,000s, man. Then he went and cut off the fort. That's different. That's different. He straight cut it off their foreskins, 100 foreskins. All right, he tortured the heathen. I'll get that next. Amos 9:11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathen, which are called by my name, saith the Lord, that doeth this. Oh boy, you ain't gonna get. Look, if King David was coming like that against his own people, and even more so, you got to worry about Yahweh himself, the King of Terrors. My goodness, come on, that's another thing. Yahweh, the King of Terrors, man. And we're his sons. We are his sons, his elect sons. Starting off chiefly with his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. His only begotten, man. Y'all asses is in trouble. So see, this is the mindset we gotta have. Not no scary mindset, not a fearful mindset, but the mindset that we can be. And I think it was the elder brother DeMarsha Pot who mentioned. I think it was. You know. You say you mother effers, right? Gotta be scared of me. You know, you locked up in the room with these ears. Nah, y'all better be scared of us. The Spirit power Yahweh Shemashah. We gotta have that Isaiah 33:18 mindset, man. Let me get one more scripture that I said I'll get. King David, he had put them under Saul's. 2 Samuel 12:31. Matter of fact, you know what? Now, I went through this before, and they try and clean it up. But one of them gets it. Well, yeah, Colin, I just don't want to waste no time. Here it is right here. And I mean, the King James said it good, as it is. But you have the Douay Rheims Bible. So, and bringing forth the people thereof, he sawed them and drove over them chariots armed with iron, and divided them with knives, and made them pass through bricklings. So did he to all the cities of the children of Ammon, and David returned with all the army to Jerusalem. Whew. So yeah, as you can see, and then you got some of them who tried to say they was working with Saul's, but you got the King James itself in that one that says that he actually did saw their asses you know. So yeah, man, this is the type of mindset we gotta have. I mean, and you know what? Let me get a Micah. If you don't think that that's what it is, right? There's nothing you could say to this for you naysayers. Micah 5:15, and I will execute vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. So you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it so bad that you can't even predict the terribleness that's coming unto y'all, man. And this is what we gotta constantly meditate on, man. And it sucks, man, and it's tough because we know we don't have no power. But we about to get that power with the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Lord, this was edifying. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.